What's going on, everybody? Today, I'm going to give you my review of Shazam. I just got back from the movie theater watching this movie, and guys, this movie was fantastic. I really enjoyed this movie. It's quite different from the other DC movies that we've seen. It's different from Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. It is really it has more of a comic book feel to it, I should say. And this movie really is a comedy for the most part. I mean, it does get a little dark in some areas. I was actually surprised that they went the route with some of the scenes in the movie that were, I would say, considered to be more on the R-rated side as far as some of the action goes. But guys, this was a really funny movie. Billy Batson, Zachary Levi was funny in this movie. He really was. So if you're looking for something that almost had a throwback comic book movie feel to it, this would be the one. This movie did not take itself serious whatsoever. It wasn't trying to be a super dark movie. It's not like that. And I think that the character of Shazam should not be a very dark character at all. And it really wasn't. Mark Strong, he plays Dr. Savannah, who is the antagonist in this movie. And Mark Strong, this guy is just really good at playing bad guys. I think the first movie I saw him in was Robin Hood, where he actually played Godfrey in that movie, opposite to Russell Crowe, and he was great in that movie. And he's been a very good villain in this movie. And actually, his character is pretty much the opposite of Billy Batson. Billy Batson is a kid who doesn't have a family, and he's looking for his family. And Mark Strong's character, Dr. Savannah, he has a family, but his family kind of turns against him. So they're on opposite paths in this movie, and I think that's the reason why one becomes a villain and the other one becomes a hero in this movie. Now, as far as what I expected in this movie, I thought that we would actually see Billy Batson mainly at the beginning of it, but the character of Billy Batson in this movie was shown throughout the movie along with Shazam. I thought that once he became Shazam, he was just going to be Shazam throughout the movie, and that's not really the case. There's a lot of references to other movies and certain pop culture elements in this movie. There's a reference to Big in this movie, and watching the previews of this movie, I did think that this movie would have a big feel to it. So there's actually a scene with the walking keyboard. The keyboard what actually played in Big is actually in this movie too, but it's used in a different type of way. So it was kind of a callback to that movie. There's lots of DC superhero references throughout this movie, especially Batman and Superman. I mean, it's anywhere from, t-shirts to backpacks, to kids playing with Batman and Superman toys. There's even a Batman weapon in this movie, but there is no Batman in this movie. So the feel of the comic book universe is definitely there. There's a bunch of elements that connect the DC universe in this. You don't have to watch any of the other DC movies to enjoy this movie whatsoever. This movie is strictly about Shazam and Billy Batson and his struggle to find his family, to dealing with being a superhero. And Zachary Levi plays I guess he's around a 14-year-old kid in this movie very well. I mean, because the body that Shazam is in is probably like a mid-20s to 30-year-old guy, but Zachary Levi had to portray a young kid in this movie. He had to portray himself as Shazam and Billy Batson with the same personality, and I think he did a very good job of that. Also in this movie is Jack Dylan Grazer. He plays Billy Batson's best friend, Freddie Freeman, and he is the guy that wants Billy Batson to really kind of like go out and, you know, show the world everything that he can do. Also, I think he wants to like use Shazam for his own personal gain because he's a disabled kid and he's picked on a lot. So I guess by him befriending Shazam, he feels like he would become more popular in school and stop getting bullied and everything like that. Now, that's just a small element to it. There's a much bigger supernatural aspect to this movie with John Hansu's character. He actually plays the wizard Shazam in this movie. He's not in this movie a lot, but his role is very, very important because he's the one that actually gives the powers to Billy Batson. Have you guys actually seen Shazam yet? I highly recommend that you do see it. I do think this movie will become a Christmas movie to watch because this movie takes place during Christmas time. There's a bunch of Christmas elements to this movie. I can see myself watching this movie every Christmas on TV. Like the way Die Hard became a Christmas movie to people, I think this movie can become a Christmas movie. Overall, I'm going to give Shazam a high B+ to an A. It was a very, very fun movie. Families can watch this movie. You don't have to worry about any super dark elements in this movie, even though there is a few dark elements as far as a couple of kill scenes that kind of surprised me as to how graphic they were. So guys, go see Shazam. You won't be disappointed. Go see it today. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.